our 100th episode, my dudes, and tonight we put on our best tuxedo t-shirts as we are so incredibly thankful to be celebrating this milestone with all of you. So grab a glass and let's all toast to the new year and 100 episodes of Between Two Sentinels. Machu, you classy SOB, cue that intro. While today is our 100th episode, we do have some very special guests backstage who we said we were going to introduce and bring on because it is their first day of their Kick New venture. So we're going to welcome on the
First Dead.
What are we calling the living current? Right, the First Dead Kickstarter, the Cursed Dead. Here we go, First Dead Kickstarter. I'm playing with myself. I got there eventually. Paul and Jesse is here, but welcome, guys. Welcome. So you guys launched today. I know that we've been able to see some of these figures in Legions Con. We were able to see them, but yeah, this is exciting stuff.
On 100 episodes, guys.
Thank you.
And,
congratulations.
Yeah, we launched the Cursed Dead Kickstarter campaign this morning. It's off to a great start, and a big thank you to Matu Toy because he trekked it out there for us, and thank you very much.
Look at this. So Cursed Dead, you're talking about the drinker, which is this bad boy right here, right? This is what
he is. He's our vampire kind of army builder. Oof. Is the idea, and this is the base body that all of the figures are kind of built off of. So we have basic figures at it might be $40 price point actually. And then the deluxe figures, which are more like a Mezco figure, so soft goods, and there's also some additional tooling parts on them. But thank you to everyone that's already backed the campaign. Thank you guys. You guys have been unbelievably supportive, and I just want to remind everyone that backing the project now, you don't get charged. No one is charged until the end of the campaign if it's successful. So you can go in and help back this. All that's going to do is it's going to encourage other people to jump in. And we have 2 basic figure stretch goal planned that if we're able to make it, then we would love to have those figures available as well. So backing it now, and just know that you've got 5 Fridays before the end of the campaign. The campaign ends on February 1st, which is a Saturday. So 5 potential paydays of Fridays before you will be charged for anything. So
these look great, man. The sculpts here too. I mean, I'm not a horror guy, but these are awesome. I mean, the sculpts, cool.
This one, J-Shot, we were talking earlier.
Yeah.
Phil is the sculptor behind all of this. Mm-hmm. Very talented sculptor. He I'll let him speak for himself at some point, I promise. But he grew up sculpting the original Playmates Ninja Turtles toys, and then he, along with Jesse here, basically are the reason we're all collecting super articulated 6-inch action figures. These are the guys behind Marvel Legends, like the Toy Biz Marvel Legends. Phil sculpted, I'd say, probably 60% of
about 40, maybe
40. Oh, okay, yeah.
Jess, 40, 35, 40.
Yeah, it's a resume. You got to pad those numbers. So yeah, I think 60 sounds good. You got to bump those up a little bit. Phil, and certainly on this Dr. Crane figure, I don't see any Playmates Ninja Turtle inspiration at all. Yeah, so exactly. I'm not seeing.
Well, they took theirs from something,
right? yeah, exactly. But these really look great, and I mean, Adam, I know that you're certainly not going to let anything go too without some incredible articulation, and you're already starting to see it here. And this one too, the Dr. Scanty, is that what we're going with?
Scante.
Is that what you're saying? Yeah, Scante.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Well, leave it to me to mispronounce something. I certainly love this one. Well, a Christmas gift is one word for it. We'll let everybody go and be horrified by it in their own light, in a good way, obviously. But It looks it looks beautifully creepy too, man. Look at that. And Cheney did a really good job with the photos. I remember him showing us that one, this one, and the other one too, the Wendigo, which just this head sculpt, the like the deer head one is just, it's unbelievable, along with the soft goods that are on it.
The Wendigo might be
good.
my personal favorite.
Yeah.
His story is pretty wicked as well, and you can see in that image that he also comes with a severed, half-eaten arm as well.
Oof. There you go. All right, and then obviously a ton of packages to go with it, right?
There's different bundle options, so you can buy any of the figures individually. There's some bundles with just 2 of them. There's army builder bundles. There's bundles of just basic figures, deluxe figures, and then there's the all-in. And we actually offer the all-in early bird version also, where you get the biggest discount, and we're limiting that to the first 350 backers. So once that sells out, then there is also an all-in, but it's like an additional like $10 or $15.
I thought this the 3-pack of drinkers was a great option, especially because they seem like the perfect little army builder there. You know, you're certainly going to want them around Halloween. You know, and then this all-in this is a great line, you know. And then you got the add-in here too, which is perfect. So, you know, this is great. This is really awesome.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for the support.
Yeah, of course. You know, and as we talked about backstage, you've already got my pledge, and I'm sure Machu's going to be in for about 3 or 4, you know, sets of figures.
I mean, it is a new year, and I know we said we were done with the all-ins, but that was last year.
That was last year. Yeah, it was last year.
Resolutions.
New year, new you. That's it. Resolutions were made to be broken, my friend. So,
when do you expect for these to be in hand?
So anyone that doesn't know, I work at Gentle Giant Studios as my day job. So I make toys, and typically when speaking to any clients, when we're doing something where it's manufacturing involved, it's like making a baby. So it's around 9 months. Mm-hmm. We've actually planned out. So I have the ship date for the Cursed Dead Kickstarter campaign for shipping in March of next year. And that's to buy us a little bit of cushion, just to make sure we're going to want these to be perfect. You know, like we're all toy industry guys and toy fans. So we don't want to be shipping anything that we're not 100% proud of. So, you know, barring any unforeseen disasters, March of next year, we should be shipping these out. The goal is to get them out of the factory before Chinese New Year and on their way to us in LA. And then Phil will be packing individually every single one of your orders, all by himself.
All by myself.
No help.
Locked in a cage.
Adam's got them locked in a cage until he releases them. And Steve's saying they look a little bit like the vampires from Blade 2. So, you know, I'm sure that, they look a little bit like, you know, so, but
they don't have jaws that open up like this.
No,
they were fun.
At least not that character, but there's
not that one.
I will say though that
stay tuned.
Messing around with the prototypes, they're fun to pose. The drinker, right? That's the one.
Yeah.
So you got to handle the 3D print. It was still a 3D print, but it was like the playable prototype. So it was still, and I will say it wasn't even 100% yet. We actually increased, since the one that you got to mess with, Legions Con and Designer Con. We've increased the range of motion on the knees and the neck joint as well. You know, I like toys that you can basically fold in half. Yeah. So I want crazy amounts of articulation, and I will make sure that we get like the best of the best when it comes to posability on these things.
I want them to move as much as possible. Obviously. Yeah.
We also got some more people backstage here who are commenting about these. So let's bring them on. Let's hear what they got to think about it. So here is Toy Father. Here is 1/6 Shooter, and here is the mayor himself, Mr. Toy Chase. The three is we're at Legions Con. Did you guys get to see the prototype? Did you guys play with the prototype at all?
Yeah, actually, I got a chance over at Legion's and at San Diego Comic Con, as well as Designer Con from last year as well.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got to see him at a glance. I didn't get to see him up close and personal, but then Chewy sent us that preview today of their Kickstarter, and I started looking at them and started seeing the designs. They look pretty amazing in terms of what you guys put into it. So I'm definitely really impressed.
Oh, thank you.
But yeah, I got to see him at Legion's Con. I think they look super cool, man. Yeah, they look great. That Dr. Crane, I'm all over that, man. That thing is cool. Yeah. I mean, not just that, but I love that thing, man. I can't wait. Yeah, so I'm in for sure.
Very cool.
It's going good, man. You guys are doing really well, which is awesome. Great start.
Yeah. Sure.
Very good start.
Very promising.
Really good start.
We got
good.
A whole month ahead of us.
Yeah.
Packaging. What have you guys even thought? I'm sure you have, right? In terms of packaging for these things?
We do have some packaging in mind. I'm going to let Phil talk about it because, like, Phil is the mastermind behind the idea.
Conceptually, we want to do like old videotapes, so like worn VHS tapes.
Nice.
So it's like a chronicling of stories, like shorts. Every individual character can tell its own story, and then there's a much bigger story as well. But for now, it's just.
I am going to interrupt you. That they'll look like VHS, but it will be a flap. So it's like a window box with a you
can see it,
probably Velcro tab.
Flap. You'll be able to see the figure. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Cool. And then Phil, VHS tape style is for the monsters that are created, but the demons.
Like an old book, like
like that.
Yeah, like a black and white old vintage book.
Cool. I like the book.
So we'll use the same.
Awesome. Wow.
It'll have the same kind of framework, but we'll be able to design it differently. The print will be different. Yeah.
I like that a lot.
Very cool. Love it.
That's the idea. We'll make that happen.
We have to get funded first, but like that's
yeah. That pumpkin head is going to be a double wide, I think, right?
All right. What do you guys want to do now?
How did you come up with like these designs in the sculpting and all that?
Oh, we've been talking about this for a long time. But all I've ever wanted to do is just make monsters. So we just kind of came up with a way to do it. Just taking old ideas and, making them new or trying to make them new.
So why these ideas, like these monsters?
We decided on a skinny body first. So anything that would fit within the thin body, we kind of went with that. As we move on, if we move on to bigger bodies, there'll be different kinds of monsters. But these are just kind of reminiscent of like thin, kind of frail or agile creatures.
And I love that. There's not enough of that stuff.
Yeah. So we started going skinny would be the first. So I have built like medium size and big as well. So they're, but we have to wait to get this one done first.
Sure.
Before I ever even met Phil, so Jesse and I are both transplants from the East Coast to Cali. When I was in college, went to a Big Apple Comic Con, and Jesse was working at Toy Biz, and it was back in the Toy Biz 5-inch days, like before Spider-Man Classics or Marvel Legends ever happened. I was always a toy and comic book nerd. So Jesse was working a small table at Big Apple Comic Con with Damon Nee, and they had a bunch of prototypes on display and upcoming product. It was like, I believe the 5-inch Savage Land 2-packs and the X-Men Water Wars, which had an awesome Wolverine in it. But one of the things that really stood out to me is he had some unproduced sculpts of like Generation X characters that were like monsters and Morlocks and everything, and they were sculpted by Phil. And I was astounded by the sculpts. I basically hung out at that little table pestering Jesse and Damon.
That was like a real table, right, Jesse? Like an actual.
It was a card table.
It was like a fold-out table back in the day. Like
we were got together
before being a nerd was cool.
Like a picnic table.
Yes.
Yeah,
yeah,
pretty cool.
That's how I first met Jesse, and I fell in love with Phil's sculpts without even knowing that they were Phil's sculpts and without knowing Phil. But yeah, monsters are just something that I think, all passionate about, and we thought there was more room for our take on them. I feel like the Cursed Dead crew will make some room for other people to join as well.
Appreciate that.
We would love to come back. I know
Absolutely.
I think I always come on only as a joke to your show, right? Is that the
most shows? I think
the way. Yeah, that's the way it's worked out. But I would love to come back over the course of the campaign and talk to you guys about this some more.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I'm sure of it. Yes, you're definitely welcome back. You and I will work out scheduling. But we'll give you one last chance to plug it. Make sure you're checking out Cursed Dead live on Kickstarter as of today. Adam, and gang, we appreciate you guys so much, and we're gonna have you back on for sure. But thank you guys so much. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you for having us on.
Thanks for having us on. And
good luck, guys.
Again on
thank
Good
you.
luck, guys. Great seeing you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
See ya.